My beloved child, before another word is spoken, I need you to take a breath, because what I'm about to share has already been inscribed in the chambers of heaven. And heaven never releases a message of this kind unless something profound, something transformative, something filled with divine prosperity is standing at your very door. Hey, be careful as you listen, my beloved. Archangel Michael tells you that you have been given a lot of money. You will not get this message if you don't open it today, but the miracle goes much deeper than you think, and even a second of doubt could make you miss the truth that heaven has been trying to send you for months. Before I go on, I want to tell you this with love. My child, you're not just reading this by accident. This message came to you because your spirit told it to. You've come here by destiny. And the money that was held back, put off for you or fought over against you, is finally coming your way with a force that can't be stopped. My beloved, I need you to stay with me. Don't be afraid, because what's coming next is a secret that was blocked 3 times before it could reach you. The angels argued that this should be given to you. There was a force that tried to stop it, but heaven won. Now, take a moment to say that you won. Type Amen in the comments below to show that you agree with this divine intervention. As you write it, feel the support of heaven growing stronger around you. Know that the battle for your blessing has already been won. Before I tell you about the miracle, I need to ask you something gently. Are you having that feeling in your chest right now? You're not imagining that slight tremor or the immediate feeling that something is about to change. It is a confirmation. My beloved, please stay. I want you to pay attention to every line, because the next words I say will open the first gate of your blessing. But first, pay attention to this call. You must stay connected, subscribed, and in alignment if you want to keep getting messages from heaven. If you miss even one message, the heavens have to pause again. And now it's time for you to go to heaven. I really want you to stay in this divine flow. So, please subscribe to this channel, a commitment to heaven that you will be present for every prophetic promise made to you. Subscribing is more than just a click. It is an act of spiritual alignment. Don't miss any more messages. Please get closer, my child. Your name was suggested by someone in the spirit world. Asking the angels to help you was done by someone. The chains of delay were asked to be broken for you by someone. When your name was called out, the room went silent. Archangel Michael, my beloved, stepped forward and said, "This person's suffering is enough." He yelled, "Give them their money back. Let their abundance go. They've had to wait long enough." But this is the part that most people don't learn. As soon as the wealth was released, something tried to stop it again. There was something that tried to keep you from knowing this. There was something that wanted to take you away from this very moment. Even so, you got here anyway. The blessing is stronger than the obstacle, as shown by this. Listen, my child. The money that heaven talks about is not small. It won't go away quickly. Don't worry about it. Change is your life, your family's lives, your story, and your future. The angels say that the money comes with a catch, though. You are expected to stay alert. There are signs that you should not avoid. You also shouldn't close this message before it's over, because each paragraph you read opens a new door. Each line takes down a different barrier. Every word opens up the old walls that were holding your blessing back. To my beloved, this is the truth. Something or someone tried to keep this blessing from you. That person became very jealous when heaven began to favor you. Someone thought that you didn't deserve what God had planned for you. But Archangel Michael said enough was enough. Return everything that is theirs. He told us, do not permit this soul to endure another day without what heaven has already decreed. This is the moment, my child, when destiny starts to favor you. One more important thing I want you to understand, though. You are getting more than just money. When someone gives you wealth, freedom is what it is. It is a new start. It is divine compensation for every tear you shed, every betrayal, every delay, and every night you cried, wondering why your life seemed to be stuck. My beloved, I fully understand this. It wasn't that your blessing was turned down, it was just put off. The wait is over. A divine clock is sitting on top of your head, and it just rang the hour. This blessing will not bypass you, but only if you remain with the message until its final word, says Archangel Michael. Are you still here, my child? Okay, because the next part will show who tried to stop this wealth from coming to earth and why heaven is finally letting it go. Let's ground this truth before we go on. Place a comment that says, "My blessing is choosing me." It's not just a comment. This is an act of spiritual alignment. Saying it out loud sends a strong message to the universe that you are no longer waiting for your miracle to happen. You are calling it to happen. You are still here, my child and beloved. This means that a strong force inside you wouldn't leave. I can tell one thing from that. Your blessing is choosing you. My beloved, pay attention. When heaven is getting ready for a miracle, there are more problems. People will suddenly cut you off. Your thoughts will wander off without warning. Your surroundings will suddenly demand that you pay attention. Have you been aware of it? Something tried to take your attention away from this very moment, but you could handle it because you stood strong. Another door in your destiny has opened. Dear child, I want you to really think about the next line. The person who tried to stop you from getting rich did so because they thought your success would show them how bad they were. They were sure that if you did well, their true intentions would be found out. So they tried to slow you down, confuse you, distract you, and put up barriers. So you would never look up to see how close your blessing really was. But now the divine turn of events has happened. My beloved, your enemies spoke your name in the heavens long before they ever said a word against you. The whole spiritual world stood with Archangel Michael when he spoke out. No more postponements, he said. Don't get involved, he told them. He said, this soul has already carried a heavy load. Remove anything that is in their way. My beloved, can you feel that shift in your heart? That soft warmth, that strange peace, and that sudden awareness that something is changing while you read. The second gate is being opened by heaven. But before I go any further, please listen with your heart. Stay in touch. Stay subscribed, because messages from heaven are coming out quickly now, and you can't miss even one. Your name is active in the spiritual records right now, and you have to be there when heaven calls your name. Come closer, my child. You've been given a lot of money. Archangel Michael told them for a reason. You won't get this message if you don't open it today. It's because the blessing you're getting has a time limit. Unfortunately, chances don't always stay open. But now there is one. And the time for you to act started when you clicked on this message. That window gets bigger with each word you read. Every paragraph you finish makes the blessing stronger. You are letting heaven know you are ready, prepared, and in alignment with them every moment you stay. Please allow me to describe exactly what I see. My beloved, in the spiritual world, there is a treasure chest with your name carved into it. Your name is not written in ink, it is written in light. This chest holds more than just money. It also holds chances, blessings, unexpected luck, gifts, forgiven debts, released funds, forgotten payments, and divine recompense. This chest has been locked up until today, not because heaven didn't want to give it to you. That sudden sense that something is changing as you read. The second gate is being opened by heaven. But before I go any further, please listen with your heart. Stay in touch, stay subscribed, because messages from heaven are coming out quickly now. And you can't miss even one. Your name is active in the spiritual records right now, and you have to be there when heaven calls your name. Come closer, my child. You've been given a lot of money. Archangel Michael told them for a reason. You won't get this message if you don't open it today. It's because the blessing you're getting has a time limit. Unfortunately, chances don't always stay open. But now there is one, and the time for you to act started when you clicked on this message. That window gets bigger with each word you read. Every paragraph you finish makes the blessings stronger. You are letting heaven know you are ready, prepared, and in alignment with them every moment you stay. Please allow me to describe exactly what I see, my beloved. In the spiritual world, there is a treasure chest with your name carved into it. Your name is not written in ink, it is written in light. This chest holds more than just money. It also holds chances, blessings, unexpected luck, gifts, forgiven debts, released funds, forgotten payments, and divine recompense. This chest has been locked until today, not because heaven didn't want to give it to you, but because someone kept asking the angels to keep it from opening. Yes, my kid, the divine realm was asked to delay your progress by someone. They thought you wouldn't know about it. They thought you wouldn't fight back. They thought you wouldn't wake up. They didn't think you would see this message, though. They never thought that heaven would step in. They didn't think Archangel Michael would step forward. They had no idea that you, my beloved, would be the one chosen. The lock on that treasure chest broke as soon as you started to read. And the lock gets easier to open with each word you read. The walls start to fall apart and the chains get weaker. The chest will open when you get to the end. Your blessing will spread outward. The money that was promised to you will begin its journey towards you. My child, these words are changing your life right now. But I want to go deeper into what heaven has seen, what heaven has planned, and what Archangel Michael is setting up for you. Something is being said in the heavens. Be kind and tell them the truth. Find out what was hidden. Tell us who got in the way. So, pay close attention. There was someone who was jealous of your future before you even knew you had one. They were scared of your potential. When light wrapped around you, they felt uneasy. When they saw your destiny growing, they were scared. They didn't cheer for you. Instead, they tried to put you down. Instead of wishing you luck, they wanted you to put things off. Instead of praying for you to rise, they prayed for you to stay where you were. But heaven saw everything, and heaven kept a record. Do not worry, my beloved, the divine realm is aware. Justice may come slowly, but it is always right. Archangel Michael has been watching and is now speaking. He tells them, return what was taken, bring back what was held up, let go of what was held back. Today is a big day for you, my child. This is how you changed. This is your divine turning point. In the next section, I'll tell you the exact sign that your money is coming, the exact change that will happen before it arrives, and why heaven chose today to send this message. You have gone deeper than most people will ever go, my child and beloved. A lot of them would have stopped by now. A lot of people would have gotten off track. Many people would have ignored the voice from heaven that called their name. But you didn't give up, and because you didn't give up, heaven is now opening the third gate for you. Now, my beloved, pay close attention. When a divine financial blessing comes through, there is a clear sign that precedes it. A lot of people don't notice it. Most people think it's just a coincidence. The vast majority of them don't understand what it means. However, heaven told me to show you this sign directly. Here's what the sign says. Just before the money shows up, you'll feel a sudden weight in your heart, followed by a strange calm. It's like your soul knows something is coming, but your mind can't quite grasp it yet. My child, have you been through this recently? It could have been in the last 24 hours or just now as you read this. If that's the case, the miracle is already wrapped around you. There's more, though. The sign sometimes shows up as a moment of deep silence. Stopping, being still, and being quiet inside that doesn't feel normal. It's not sadness. Fear is not what it is. Preparation for the sacred is holy. That stillness is heaven setting you on the right path by getting rid of old obstacles, spiritual junk, and getting your steps in line with what's to come. Do not ignore that feeling, my beloved. No one chose it at random. That's not how it feels in a spiritual way. Listen up. The angels didn't just pick today to send this message by chance. They chose today because you have reached a point in your spiritual journey where you can no longer put off change. You have gone beyond a limit. You have finished a quiet fight. You have made it through an unseen test. This message is the announcement, not the beginning. For more information on why heaven is telling you not to waste this blessing, listen up, my child. Heaven says that your blessing is set to happen. The time for your wealth has come. Your abundance has a way in. The door will shut if you walk by it without seeing it, and you will have to open it again later. It could take months or even years to do that. But heaven doesn't want you to wait any longer. Because of this, Archangel Michael says, "Open this right away or you will miss out, my beloved. Feel this with all your spirit. You are not looking at a small chance. Before your destiny, you are standing. But now, I have to tell you something that might surprise you. Heaven gave you more than just money. Heaven gave out protection, progress, and power. The people who used to fight you are no longer able to get into your life. Your finances were once held hostage by a spiritual grip that has been lifted. As you read, the cycles that kept happening are breaking apart. My child, can you feel it? There is a change in your mind. Your heart is beating fast. Your breath feels different. That's not just an emotion. It's a spiritual alignment. Now, I have to tell you what heaven saw. Even though it's hard to believe, you need to know the truth. Someone close to you, maybe even closer than you think, tried to get in the way of your journey. They said things that were against your blessing. They make you doubt your ability to finish. They didn't believe in your future. They were scared of your rise, because it would show how weak they were. They thought that heaven would listen to them. But heaven cared about your soul, not their anger. The divine realm is unaffected by envy, my beloved. Being honest moves it. Your sincerity, your drive, and your strength. That's what made heaven change. Open this as soon as you see it, or you will miss out. The angels warn. My beloved, feel this with all your spirit. The chance you have in front of you is not small. Right now, you're in the path of destiny. But now, I have to tell you something that might shock you. Heaven gave you more than just money. Protection, elevation, and authority were all granted by heaven. The people who used to be in charge of your path are no longer able to get into your life. The spiritual hands that were holding up your money have been taken away. As you read, the cycles that kept going around and around are breaking. Do you feel it, my child? There's a change in your mind. Your heart is beating fast. The way you breathe feels different. That's not just feeling. It's a spiritual alignment. I need to tell you what I saw in heaven. You need to know the truth, even if it hurts. Someone close to you, maybe even closer than you think, tried to get in the way of your plans. They said things that were against your blessing. They asked you about your success. They felt bad about your future. They were afraid of your rise because it would show how insecure they were. They believed that heaven would hear them. But heaven paid attention to your soul, not their anger. The divine realm is unaffected by envy. My beloved, purity has an effect. Your honesty, your strong will, and your purity. That's what made heaven move. That's why the angels say the money was always yours. It always had your name on it. It could not be taken by anything or anyone. It could only be put off. But today is the last day of that delay. Do not put this moment down, my child. Things won't change slowly in your life. It will change quickly. A divine suddenness is coming. An unexpected chance, a sudden message, a sudden release, a sudden confirmation, a sudden deposit, or a sudden breakthrough. Heaven is planning something right now for you. But I need you to hear this. The money that comes your way is not a coincidence. It is a repayment. Thanks for sticking with it. Thanks for your patience and quiet endurance, paying back for your troubles. For every time you wondered why things weren't getting better, you got paid back. Heaven kept track of all the tears you didn't show. Heaven saw the problems you were having by yourself. Heaven saw how much you had to carry without complaining, and it said to give everything back. No, my beloved, you were not ignored. You were being made ready. Finally, the preparations are done. In the next section, I'll tell you what heaven wants from you, the last confirmation sign before your wealth appears, and why Archangel Michael is calling your name right now. You've come this far because of your spirit. Now is the time to take part in your own freedom. Write these exact words in the comments. I am spiritually awake and ready. This is more than just a phrase. It's your answer to heaven's call. You are telling the angels that you are there in the right place and ready to receive everything they send your way. There is something more important going on in your spirit than you can understand because you are still reading. My child and beloved, heaven widens the path in front of you with every second you stay here. I can feel it. The energy all around you is changing. There is a key opening. There is a stirring. My beloved, please pay close attention. As a final confirmation, heaven will always send you before your blessing comes true. The vast majority of people don't see it. Most people ignore it. But you have been chosen to understand it. The confirmation is that a small event will try to bother you right before your money comes in. A delay, a small argument, a sudden feeling of being tired, an unexpected distraction, or a moment when you think about giving up. There is no fight going on here. It's a message. It means that your miracle is just around the corner. It means that the blessing has already left the spiritual world and is now making its way to your physical world. It means that heaven is getting your hands ready to hold something bigger than anything you've held before. Remember to be careful, my child. Do not let this sign go by without being seen. Listen up. The enemy often sends out a whisper just before a breakthrough. You are wasting your time. There will be no change. All of this is just a coincidence. But these whispers don't show up when your life is normal. They only show up when big changes are about to happen in your life. And heaven wants you to know this. The enemy is shaking because it can see what is coming your way. Archangel Michael has already taken his sword out of its sheath. My beloved, he has already cut the ties that were holding your money back. He has already broken the chains that were holding back your chances. He has already burned the agreements that were written against your progress in the spiritual world. You are free. Okay, my child. Now your physical world needs to line up. Slowly breathe in. You are being helped by something divine. I am able to sense it. You can sense it. Heaven can sense it. Now I have to tell you what heaven wants from you. You are not being told to put in more effort. You are not being told to go after specific people. You are not being asked to be accepted. There is only one thing that heaven wants. Keep your spiritual awareness up. Pay close attention. Keep an open mind. Stay in line during this time. Do not cut off your connection to the messages that are being sent to you. Every message is a step. Remember, every step is a way in. There are many ways to get to the blessing. My beloved, do you understand how rare it is to get a message like this? Do you realize how many souls never get such clear guidance from heaven? Do you realize how many people never know when their miracle is about to happen? You, on the other hand, were called, picked and drawn here by a divine power because heaven is done waiting. Heaven is done putting things off. Heaven has had enough of seeing your pain. My child, pay close attention. Your wealth is more than just things. It includes getting better emotionally. It's clear thinking. It's spiritual strength. It's a divine alignment. It protects against ever being poor again. This blessing will first change you on the inside, and then it will just happen that the outside changes too. To my beloved, I'd like to tell you something amazing. Actually, as you read these words, your energy is rising right now. Your frequency is going up and down. Your spirit is opening doors you didn't know were there. Each word is a key. Every sentence changes something. In every paragraph, old patterns are broken. Open this message as soon as you see it, or you will miss out, said Archangel Michael. Not because heaven wants to punish you, but because the time in your timeline has come to activate it. My child, the hard times are coming to an end. The age of freedom is beginning. You have cried by yourself. You have carried heavy loads by yourself. You smiled, even though you were in pain. You have kept your faith even when it was hard for you. And heaven has said enough with this. Bring them back in their entirety. To my beloved, there is something I can see very clearly. You're about to go through a sudden moment. A time when everything seems to be floating higher. A time when your thoughts are clear. A time when your heart feels warm. Just a moment when your fear goes away. That moment didn't just happen. It's heaven getting in touch with your life. After that, your blessing will begin to show up in the real world. But now I have to tell you something deeper. There is something that heaven wants you to know about the person who waited to receive your financial blessing. You need to hear this truth. They didn't stop the blessing. They just made it take longer. Let me tell you something amazing, my beloved. It's making you feel better right now. As you read these words, you are changing your frequency. Your spirit is showing you doors you didn't know were there. Each word is a key. Every word is a shift. There are breaks in old cycles in every paragraph. Open this message as soon as you see it, or you will miss out, said Archangel Michael. You have reached the moment of activation. Not because heaven is punishing you, but because your time has come. My child, the hard times are coming to an end. It's almost time to be free. You have been quiet as you cried. You have carried heavy loads by yourself. You've smiled when you're hurt. You've stuck with your faith even when it was hard, and heaven has made up its mind about this. Bring them back to life. Something is very clear to me. My beloved, you are going to have a sudden moment. A time when everything seems lighter. A time when you can think straight. A time when your heart is happy. That 1 second when your fear goes away, that moment didn't just happen. Your life is being touched by heaven. After that, your blessing will start to show up in the real world. But now I have to tell you something more important. Heaven wants you to know something about the person who waited to give you your money. You need to hear this truth. The blessing went on. They just slowed it down. You can't take what is meant for you. What is written for you can't be taken away. What heaven gives can't be taken back. The divine has chosen you. You have a spiritual shield around you. You have been picked, and the wealth that is coming your way is coming because heaven wants to raise you up, not just financially, but also spiritually. My child, your story is about to change in a way that will make people wonder how things could have changed so quickly. But in the next part, I'll tell you who the person who was interfering really was, why heaven ultimately won, and when your blessing will come. You, my child and beloved, have come a long way faster than most souls ever do. Feel it. There are changes in the air around you. Something is changing in your spiritual atmosphere. It's easier to see the truth the deeper your journey gets. The angels are keeping an eye on you right now, my beloved. Every word you read, every breath you take, and every step your spirit takes is seen by them. Your way is being lit up by heaven because you are moving towards something holy. Please listen with all your heart. You are almost done finding out who messed with your blessing. But before I tell you that, I need to tell you what heaven told you as soon as you got to this part of the message. This soul is ready. Carry on with the revelation. That being said, I will go on, my child. The person who put off your blessing was not a stranger. Someone you know saw the light around you before you did. That person knew what you were capable of and what your destiny was. What scared them, do you know? Your future, your divine alignment, your spiritual protection, and your never-ending growth. They felt like something great was meant to happen to you. And instead of helping you, they were scared of you. I need to be careful when I say this, my beloved. This person didn't want you to move forward faster than they did. They didn't want you to be blessed by heaven before them. They were afraid that your blessing would show how bad they were. So they said bad things about your life in whispers. They questioned the choices you made. They said they didn't believe in your path. They spoke words that were dark instead of bright. And those words put up temporary barriers, not permanent ones. They were only temporary because heaven lets people take detours but never lets things go wrong. My child, hear this truth. A blessing that heaven has planned cannot be stopped by human influence. Even though they cast shadows, the light always finds a way through. They might mess up the timing, but they can't stop the miracle. Of course, the same thing happened with you. Your blessing was put off, but it was never taken away. Your wealth was put on hold, but it was never lost. Your miracle was put on hold, but it was never taken away. Heaven finally stepped in because your name took on a spiritual significance, my beloved. To be fair, your soul cried out. Your destiny required you to move forward. Your heart got tired of having to wait. Heaven could no longer keep quiet. This is how Archangel Michael came to life. No more interference, he said. Not any longer. Bring everything back. When he spoke, the problem with your money disappeared right away. This is a powerful victory moment for everyone who hears it, not just you. You're not just sending a video when you share this prophetic word. You're also releasing the power of breakthrough into your network. Let this miracle happen for other people and see how heaven rewards your faith. Those words have a lot of power. There was a blockage that was broken for you. Now go to the comments and type Amen to show that you agree with this divine act. Let the sound of your Amen rise as a sign of thanks and agreement, echoing the finality of Archangel Michael's order for your life. Now, heaven wants you to understand why today is so important. This is why your blessing has reached the edge of your time frame. It is placed at the entrance to manifestation. You can let it into your life at any time, but only if you keep your spiritual connection strong. This is why heaven sent this message right away. That's why you were brought here at this exact moment. Archangel Michael told them, "Open this as soon as you see it, because timing is very important in the divine realm." My child, let me tell you something you might not have noticed lately. Someone may have told you that they felt an odd weight or pressure in their chest that came and went, a feeling that something important was about to happen, a peaceful moment for your spirit, a sense that something is coming to an end and something new is beginning. These weren't just feelings, they were alignments. Your path has been fine-tuned by heaven so that the blessing can reach you without any problems. When the blessing gets closer, my beloved, the signs become clearer. Now, I'm going to tell you the timeline in heaven. Time doesn't work like a clock or human hours. Seasons, moments, vibrations, and alignments are all ways that heaven talks to us. The following is your schedule. After you finish reading this whole message, the spiritual lock will break. You will notice the first change in days, not months. The first real sign of your blessing will come to you in weeks, not years. Your rise in wealth won't be slow. It will happen all at once. An unexpected phone call, message, approval, chance, release, or sum of money coming from somewhere you didn't expect it. Heaven warns you to stay awake, connected, and open. Because of this, because the money that is coming your way has a purpose, divine timing underlies it. Along with it comes spiritual protection. My child, you are entering a time when everything that was against you must now give way. Everything that held you back must now let you go. You must now submit to the will of heaven in everything that once stood in your way. That being said, the next part will reveal how your money will show up, how your blessing will come, and the spiritual reason why heaven chose you to have this particular abundance. That is the part that only certain people in heaven know, but you will know it. You are still here, my child and beloved, and that tells me something very interesting. Your spirit is awake, your destiny is paying attention, your path is going exactly the way heaven planned. Seasons, moments, vibrations and alignments are all ways that heaven speaks. In this order, your schedule, the spiritual lock will be broken. As soon as you finish this whole message, you will see the first change in days, not months. You will touch the first form of your blessing in weeks, not years. Your financial elevation will happen quickly. It will happen quickly. An abrupt phone call, text message, approval, chance, release, or amount coming from somewhere you didn't expect. That's why heaven tells us to stay awake, tuned in, and open, because the money that comes to you has a reason for being there. Divine timing underlies it. Spiritual protection is provided. If something used to fight you, it will now have to give in to your will. If something used to hold you back, it will now let you go. If something used to block you, it will now give way to the will of heaven. However, the next part will reveal how your money will show up, how your blessing will come, and the spiritual reason why heaven chose you to have this much wealth. That's the part that heaven won't tell everyone, but it will tell you. You are still here, my child and beloved, and that alone tells me something very interesting. Your spirit knows things. Your destiny is paying attention. Your journey is going exactly as heaven planned. A lot of people feel the call, but they choose to ignore it. Most people feel the pull, but they get off track. Most people start the journey, but don't finish it. Still, you stayed. You kept going. You moved ahead. And because you did that, heaven opened a new gate for you. The gate of understanding. Listen with all of your heart, my beloved, because this truth is very strong. The source of your money will not be what you expect it to be. Heaven is making a path that is so amazing, so strange, and so sudden that you will know right away that it is not human-made. It is divine. But before I show you what this blessing looks like, I need to tell you what heaven sees when it looks at your life. Heaven sees a soul that has been through a lot of pain in silence. You carried heavy loads without asking for help. You fought battles that no one thanked you for. Even though your heart was broken, you kept going. Even though everything around you was falling apart, you kept your faith. You kept walking. Even though the path seemed to go on forever, now you understand why heaven chose you over everyone else for this particular blessing. Listen, my child. A type of compensation is your blessing. The money you have is a restoration. The abundance you have is a repayment. Now, allow me to take you further. Your blessing will come to you in 3 separate waves. Heaven doesn't usually give everything at the same time. It gives in a divine order so that your spirit can accept it without fear. These are the waves, my beloved. The first wave will be a sudden call, message, approval, or sign that things are going well. It will show up out of the blue. It will look too good to be a coincidence. It will come into being slowly but with a lot of force, like the first gust of wind before a flood of blessings. The second wave will be a physical release, like getting money, help, an opportunity, or a big breakthrough. At this point, you'll know that it has begun. Before your mind can figure it out, your heart will know it. The third wave brings a deeper, longer-lasting blessing, stability, constant flow, plenty, and miracles that will start a new part of your life. This wave won't go away, it will last. A divine transformation is represented by it. My beloved, heaven doesn't usually show us how a miracle works, but it is telling you this because you are spiritually ready. The question that's been on your mind is, how will the money get to you? Where is it going to come from? Who is going to carry it? This is the truth, my child. Your blessing will come from a place where you worked hard but didn't get anything in return. A place that owes you something. A place that used up your energy without paying you for it. A place that heaven has named and told everyone to return everything. This could be about something that has been put on hold for a long time. Something that someone kept from you. Something that was promised to you. Something that was unfairly put off. Something that was blocked by envy. Or something that was connected to your destiny but stopped by other people. That door is being reopened by heaven, my beloved. There's more, though. The blessing will also come from someone you don't expect. Someone who has quietly seen how valuable you are. Someone willing to help you without expecting anything in return. Someone who is being led to you by divine inspiration. The spirit of this person has heard your name whispered by heaven. They may not even understand why they feel compelled to help you, but they will because the divine realm has already chosen them to be the way you make your breakthrough. Now, child of heaven, I have something even more important to tell you. The angels say, you will get a sign before the money shows up in real life. That sign is strong, clear, and filled with spiritual energy. If you see this sign, your energy will change quickly, as if your whole body lets out a breath you didn't know you were holding. A strange lightness, a sudden calm, an inner warmth, a time when everything seems possible, a time when your heart whispers, it is happening. As soon as you feel this, your way will become clear. It's clear to me, my beloved. If you see that sign right away, there will be a moment of alignment where everything falls into place. Choices, chances, people, messages, and timing. There will be a feeling that the universe has changed just for you. And it has. When a chosen soul is ready, heaven makes everything fit together. Do not forget how hard the journey you are on is, my child. You're not supposed to be here. You are here today because heaven chose you. But in the next section, I'll tell you something even more sacred. Why heaven picked you out of millions of people. Why the time couldn't be put off, and what Archangel Michael is getting ready to give you next. This part is the strongest so far. You have reached a part of the message that very few souls ever get to. My child and beloved, the chamber of truth is where heaven reveals what it usually keeps secret. You've come this far because your spirit is ready for what's coming next in your life. My beloved, pay close attention. Why me is the question that burns inside you, even if you don't say it. How come heaven chose me to receive this gift? And heaven gave the answer before the question could even be thought of. My child, heaven picked you because you have something very special, a kind heart in a harsh world, a pure spirit in shady places, a resilient heart even when hurt, a spirit even when broken, and quiet strength even when you're tired. You always believed. You kept trying. You never gave up hope, even when life gave you every reason to give up. This is why heaven said, this soul must rise now. This soul has earned to be freed. This soul has been through enough pain. Let me take you even deeper, my beloved. There are some people who talk a lot, but their hearts are empty. Still, there are people like you whose voices are soft, but their spirits are so strong that the heavens smile upon them. You were not picked because you are perfect. You were picked because you stayed kind when the world tried to make you mean. You were picked because you stayed true to yourself. Even when you were tricked, you were picked because you kept your light shining. Even when it was dark, you worked hard. And now this blessing, wealth, and divine elevation is your reward. Make sure you are subscribed to show that you agree to this reward. By subscribing, you're telling heaven that you're ready to walk the whole journey. Each new message is a continuation of this promise. By doing this, you connect your spirit with the steady flow of guidance that heaven has set aside just for you. Listen up. Heaven didn't delay your blessing as a way to punish you. Heaven put it off so that your character could get stronger. so that you can protect what you're about to get. Now you're ready, my child. The spiritual peak of your timeline has been reached. The timing of the wait is over. There is no longer a contract for suffering. The effects of the old cycle are no longer felt. Heaven has said no more trials. It's time to be blessed now. But now I have to tell you the part that heaven was very sure you would understand, why the blessing could not be put off any longer. Because your destiny is moving into a phase that needs plenty, my beloved. Your purpose is to rise, and it can't do that without the right tools. Your calling is waking you up, and heaven needs to make plans for what's to come. Your future plans, relationships, and obligations will require you to be financially stable. For your next chapter, you need to be free, not tied down. After looking at your journey, heaven said, "This soul cannot go into their future with empty hands." So, heaven got your blessing ready a long time ago, and today is the first day it will be given to you. Now, child, please take a deep breath, because the next truth may be too much for you to handle. Archangel Michael is getting ready to give you something, but not physically. At first, it will be something of the spirit. He's about to give you the strength you've lost, the peace you've forgotten, the confidence you once had but have since buried, the clarity you've been praying for, and finally the key to your financial liberation. Yes, my beloved, you are getting a key from Archangel Michael, a spiritual key that opens doors to chances, luck, help, and money that have been closed for years. Others have shut things down, but this key opens them again, breaks the chains, fixes the damage others have done, and lets go of what others have held back. As soon as this key touches your spirit, your path will change right away. But there's something deeper than that. This is the right time for heaven to step in because a big turning point in your life is coming up. At this point, one choice, one chance, one conversation, one message or one approval will change the whole course of your life. Heaven wanted you to be ready. You had to be in queue for heaven. Heaven needed you to wake up. That's why you got this message today. Not yesterday or next week, but right now when your spirit is strong and your destiny is open to receive it. My child, you are about to change. But in the next part, I'll tell you the divine secret behind your impending wealth, how Archangel Michael protects it, and what will happen in the days before your blessing shows up in real life. One of the most sacred places is right here. You have reached a place where deep truths are revealed. To fully live in this truth, I want you to say something strong in the comments. Type, "I accept my divine key." Imagine that Archangel Michael is giving you this spiritual key as you type these words. This key will open all the doors that were previously closed to you. Right now is your moment of activation. You are still here, my child and beloved. The fact that you don't give up tells me something about you that even heaven has noticed. You don't run away. You don't give up on your destiny. What your spirit starts, you finish. Because of this, heaven chose you for an elevation that other people wanted but lacked the resources to achieve. My beloved, come closer. Now, we've reached the part where heaven lets me tell you the divine secret behind your blessing. This is the truth that tells you why your wealth is coming, why it was delayed, and why Archangel Michael is personally watching over it. Listen up, child of heaven. The money that is coming your way is not regular money. Designated money is wealth that has a purpose, a destiny, protection, and spiritual meaning. Certain blessings are not given to everyone. Most people get random blessings that are small, random, short-lived, and unpredictable. One blessing has been set aside just for you, my beloved. Something that is made just for your soul. Something that was written in the book of destiny a long time before you were born. Something that heaven protected you from, even when you didn't know it was there. And now, for the divine secret, your blessing was never lost. It was being saved for the right version of you. The awakened you, the aware you, the spiritually aligned you, the ready you, not the hurt, confused, worn out or doubtful you. My beloved, you have finally become the kind of person who can keep the blessing that heaven has planned for you. That's why the doors can now be opened. That's why the angels are moving now. That's why the message got to you now. Your destiny and your spirit are perfectly in alignment. Now though, listen to this truth. The one that heaven told me to tell you gently. Somebody tried to connect their energy to your blessing, which included jealousy, insecurity, anger, hidden desires, and fear of your rise. This caused your wealth to be delayed. All of these things caused spiritual problems in your way. They wanted the best for you, not the problems you were having. Your destiny, but not your soul, was what they wanted. They asked for your permission, but not your duty. This blessing cannot be shared, said heaven. This blessing is only for them. As a result, heaven cut them off, took away their power, blocked their access, and stopped interfering. This is why you may have recently felt a growing distance, a separation, a sudden quiet, a change in relationships, a shift in energy, or a sense that some people are no longer a part of your story. That was heaven taking its hands off of your blessing. Listen up, kid. Let me show you what Archangel Michael is doing for you right now. He's not just keeping your blessing safe, he's also moving it. There is a blessing going on, beloved. This is the wealth that was meant to be in your life. Archangel Michael is leading it right to you. The path is narrow, though. It can only be received by a spiritually aware soul that doesn't lose it. A chosen soul is the only one who can carry it without destroying themselves. When you step into abundance, you can't bring ruin with you unless your soul is safe. And the people in heaven see you as that soul. Now I have to tell you what you have been feeling, but not understanding what will happen in the days before your blessing shows up in the real world. My beloved, the days before you show up will be filled with clear signs that will let your soul know right away what I prayed for is here. Some of these signs are a sudden feeling of peace, a moment of silence in your chest, dreams that feel very real, seeing numbers over and over, finding peace after a time of stress, receiving small, unexpected gifts or opportunities, getting good news from someone you don't know, letting go of old burdens, and having the sense that something is finally changing. These are not just random events. These are not tricks. These are signs of an impending arrival. When the blessing has left the spiritual world and is about to come into the physical world, the angels send these signs. Your blessing is already on its way, but there is something you need to hear. It seems like the enemy tries harder to distract us as the blessing gets closer. You might feel tired, angry, or overly thinking all of a sudden, or you might have small emotional triggers or moments of doubt that come out of nowhere. These are signs that your enemy is trying to throw your energy out of alignment because they know what's going to happen. Don't give in to this. Don't let your vibration go down. Don't lose touch with your spiritual self, because heaven has already decided that this soul will receive the blessing right now. You are the only one who can stop it, not anything else. You won't, though. You're here. You are in sync. Every word is getting to your spirit. Next, I'll talk about the spiritual contract that was just fulfilled. The new part of your destiny that started, and the exact kind of money that heaven is getting ready to give you. Why is this part of the message even stronger? Finally, my beloved, the journey of receiving starts now. You are doing something spiritual by liking this video. Think of it as your first act of faith and a sign that your heart is open. God's blessings will start flowing into your life right now because of this simple click. It tells heaven that you have heard, believed, and are ready to receive. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high-vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings, they will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access, music, to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to buy me a coffee is available. Your support is completely optional, but your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.